That state's governor joins me right now, Republican Bill Haslam of Tennessee. Governor, very good to have you. Thanks, I guess here we go. This won't get the amount of attention that the jobs going to union states get, but what do you make of it?
Well, I mean, it is important. I mean, and part of it is being right to work, and Volkswagen actually has been talking with UAW has been talking there, and they've said, hey, we'll let you make the choice. I talked with a number of employees today that said they're comfortable with the way things are. So obviously we'll let Volkswagen and their employees make that decision, but being a right to work state with low taxes is the right formula if you want to bring jobs to your state.
What did you think, and did you think there'd be any retribution? I know it's a little bit different case with Volkswagen, a foreign concern in terms of its base, versus Boeing and the hell it put South Carolina through for hiring those 800 folks, ultimately 1,000, because they were going to a right-to-work state.
Well, it probably is a little different case. In this case, they weren't. It's really Volkswagen's first manufacturing plant in years that they've built in the U.S. So we weren't moving them from a non-right-to-work state. But I think it is significant. Our manufacturing growth in Tennessee has been considerable lately, and I have to believe, again, it's being a state with low taxes, low regulations, and right to work. People have a choice where they're going to put jobs, and we want to make it as easy as possible for them to choose Tennessee.
Did Volkswagen give you any indication, Governor, that it was going to expand beyond this? I mean, a lot of the foreign automakers, for example, are actually beefing up their U.S. operations. And again, most of them, in fact, virtually all of them in right-to-work states.
Yeah, and I think a couple of things are happening there. I think you're seeing a lot of manufacturers want to be closer to their customer, and so we're obviously talking to Volkswagen. We love the $4 billion they've invested in Tennessee. We'd love to see them invest more. But I think it's about being close to your customer. Obviously, as the people are trying to play the value of the dollar against other currencies a little bit and think that having their manufacturing in the U.S. now makes a lot more sense. I think you're seeing a lot more onshoring rather than offshoring like we were 5 or 10 years ago. Again, I'm actually encouraged about the growth in manufacturing that you're seeing in Tennessee and hopefully around the country.
Do you find it odd then, Governor, that all of these companies with foreign operations they're encouraged and look to grow in foreign countries? And we right now have a president, speaking still as he continues this 4-state energy tour, who doesn't welcome that. In fact, wants to penalize that.
Well, our motto is build them in Tennessee and sell them everywhere across the world. And I think one of the things that's important, and I think you're seeing that with a lot of Republican governors, is you have folks that understand that government doesn't create jobs. Business does, and individuals do when they put capital at risk. And that's why it's important to have an administration that understands that we won't grow any jobs unless people are willing to risk capital and make their own investment. And that's why we encourage that to happen in Tennessee. We know those jobs could go somewhere else, and we fight for them hard to be here and want to create the environment where they choose Tennessee.
All right. Thank you, Governor, very much. Very good seeing you.
Thank you. Good to see you again.